In this video, I will be walking you through SmithVent's user interface and talking through some of our decisions to ensure our system is easy to use for healthcare professionals. When the ventilator is powered on and the systems are running, the user interface will display its welcome screen, which includes the SmithVent logo as well as a progress bar to demonstrate that the systems are initializing. Next, the user has to confirm that the patient is not connected during startup to proceed to the startup sequence. After the confirmation, the user is directed to the next screen. The system accomplishes several systems tests to ensure that all of the functionality is working. Then, the user is able to confirm the date and time using the attached stylus, as well as that the LEDs are on and the buzzer sounds. After these are completed, the user is able to select the Done button and proceed to the next step. After all of the checks are completed, the user is able to select the mode of operation that is needed for the patient. They have the ability to choose either volume control mode or pressure support mode. After choosing the mode, the user will then be directed to the corresponding screen to put in the parameter values. The user is also reminded that SmithVent's ventilator should not be used for non-invasive ventilation, and that it is strictly used for intubated patients. After selecting the mode of operation and setting the parameter values, a new screen will appear. This tells the user that the ventilation is now on standby and to press the start button to begin ventilation. So I'll first walk through the volume control mode. During our design process, our team considered that our user would most likely be exhausted, using gloves, and that there would be a lot of ambient noise in the environment. We also made an assumption that most of our users are right-handed or use one hand to operate. With that in mind, the screen is essentially divided into 3 different zones. This top portion of the screen includes the consumables. So this is the waveforms of flow versus time, pressure versus time, the patient data, as well as icons for the alarm, battery, power, and date and time. In the bottom half of the screen, there are interactive buttons where the user is able to change parameter values of the tidal volume, respiratory rate, FiO2, the IE ratio, and the sensitivity. And then on the right-hand side of the screen, there are different tabs that the user can navigate to. So this includes the alarm, the logs tab, a standby mode, as well as the pressure support mode. If the standby button is selected, the user will be directed to another screen to confirm the request and begin standby mode. There is also an option to exit and return back to the original screen. When a parameter value is to be changed, the user can easily slide the lock icon and then select the corresponding button. We utilize this lock functionality to ensure that values couldn't be changed by accidentally bumping or hitting the screen. When the button is selected, it will change color and a slider will appear on the right-hand side of the button. Simply utilize the slider to select the correct value, and after that is achieved, slide the lock icon to its original position to lock in the value. In the event that there is an alarm tone will be emitted from the buzzer. A colored banner, depending on the priority of the alarm, will appear on the top portion of the screen with the corresponding alarm message, and the alarm icon will be flashing. If there is a high priority alarm, the banner will be red, and if there is a medium or low priority alarm, the banner will be yellow. If there is more than one alarm active, the user can see that there will be a plus label at the end of the message. The user also has the capability to snooze an alarm by simply pressing on the alarm icon. To view the active alarms, simply select the Alarm tab. Here, alarms are split into 2 different categories: patient alarms and equipment alarms. The patient alarms include apnea, high-low inspiratory pressure, high-low PEEP pressure, and high-low tidal volume. The equipment alarms include mandatory ventilation off, power supply fail, inlet gas/O2 fail, battery fail, pressure sensor fail, and O2 sensor fail. Now let's go into the pressure support mode. So the layout here is essentially the same as the volume control mode, but the input parameters are a little bit different. Here we have inputs of pressure above PEEP, the FiO2, as well as PS settings. The PS settings buttons will take the user to a different screen with extra input capabilities as well as viewing set inputs. So here we have the pressure support settings page. Here the user can set the backup tidal volume, backup respiratory rate, the backup IE ratio, the inspiratory cycle off, as well as the sensitivity. There are also two set inputs shown in yellow, which are rise time, which is 0.2 seconds, and the apnea backup time of 15 seconds. The last screen that I will be talking through is the log screen. So to navigate to the event logs, select the log tab on the left. In this view, the user has the capability of viewing previous alarms, the date it occurred, and the time it occurred by using the slider functionality. We hope this provides a high-level understanding of how to use and navigate through SmithVent's user interface. Thank you.